Make sure that this stuff is all good. Everything all good. I'll bring this microphone a little closer to me so y'all can hear me better. Hopefully y'all can hear me just fine. We're going to go ahead and start off tonight. It has been a hell of a weekend. I did not get to see the whole thing, but I did get to see yesterday and today. My God, what I saw. It's a lot of evil in wrestling. A lot of bad people winning. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. I guess it's going to take that time. You know, John Cena turned heel, so I assume they're going to make sure that kind of everybody gets their turn being a victorious heel. That way they don't have to make some dramatic thing later on for everybody. I'm assuming, that's just me assuming that that's why they would do it. Because there was a lot of bad people who won. Even Valkyria's match, she rightfully won the first day, and then today they did a rematch, and she lost it. And I was just like, why? Why would they give more control to Liv Morgan and Raquel? Why would they give more control to them? Because Dom won the night before, and then I believe he even won tonight. So I don't see why they're letting so many bad people win. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go ahead and take a quick dab real quick, and then we're going to get right into these. I got a couple of bullet points from yesterday that I'm going to go over before I get into tonight. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into this dab real quick. It's going to be a fun night. I'm excited. We got the show. We got this show. And then we also got some Palworld afterwards. Yeah, so we're going to play some Palworld after we get done doing this. I don't need too big of a dab, just a big enough dab. You feel me? Just to kind of get the point across. I don't need to be coughing for 20 minutes. Once again, don't judge me. I know I'm a lazy sack of shit, and I don't know how to get up and use ISO, which I even have. I have half a container of ISO in there that I could definitely use. Man, just just thinking about hitting this, my mouth is all dry. I should have brought another water. That's okay. I can make that work. Anyways, annual torch lighting. I will say, I can't wait to get to talking about tonight. Because tonight was probably crazier than the rest of them. Once I get this all cleaned up, I'll show y'all the marbles I have inside of this thing. Anyways, cheers. Alright, that was a solid rip. I'm not gonna lie. That was a solid rip. My gosh. So, I will say, before I jump into these notes, Saturday I wish I could have been there for it. but I was not able to. I had to work a Saturday. I had to work Saturday, so I was not able to be there to watch and take notes on Saturdays. I did hear Jey Uso won, which I was super happy for, but I wish Gunther would have gotten his ass beat even more. I wish it wasn't just a tap out. I wish it ended like in some crazy mess. Like at least brought out a steel chair and clapped his head like they do all the time. I wish something at least like that would have happened, because that would have been so much more worth it. Especially for what he did to Jey. Oh my gosh. Like just a few weeks ago he zip tied the boy to the ropes and then beat the shit out of his brother. Like I think that makes the steel chair valid to get squished, to get sandwiched. I feel like it's valid. What was that? What else did I miss on Saturday? Shoot. Who else was Saturday? I bet I should have checked this or looked into it a little bit more. I think that was the Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and all of them. I believe Seth Rollins won, and then that kind of leads into tonight. That'll lead into later on tonight. I'll talk about what happened tonight. Well, what else did I miss that I really cared for on Saturday? Oh man, I don't know. Either way, I guess we'll go ahead and jump in to yesterday. That's when I was able to be not really present at the beginning. More of I caught I started in the middle, and then so I started in the middle, but it was live in the middle, so I started from the beginning. If that makes any sense to anybody, but I watched it from the beginning. Just I came in halfway. Yeah. But anyways, so the first match was the triple threat between Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. And obviously Io Sky won that one and held on to the title, which was awesome. I'm glad to see that she kept that title. She definitely deserved to keep the title. I mean, Rhea, she's cool and all. We need to have some new people come up, and the effect that she did do, because as the weekend went on into today, it was a good ripple effect. I saw good coming out of it, but obviously I'll get into that after. But yesterday, so there's that. Oh, and then what was it? Damian Priest comes out in the next fight, and Damian Priest, dude, I was like, yo, this boy comes out with Slayer. I don't know if it was Slayer or Lamb of God, but I saw on the subtitles it said Slayer, but then today they mentioned that Lamb of God was on stage, so I don't exactly know which one it was. Maybe it was both of them. But I thought that was still super sick that he came out with that. And I've never heard of Damian Priest. I'm fairly new to this newer age of wrestling, so to see somebody come out like that, I thought that was sick. I was like, dude, this guy's fucking... That's crazy. Also, yeah, the next note that I had down was the TCG, the WWE TCG. They had advertised for it, and they had new sets coming out, and I kind of wanted to get my hands on some and do some openings live on the stream for everybody. I thought that would be awesome to do, because cards are always fun to open, especially when you like them. I was like, and I've paid attention this season, so I think if I got cards based off of this season, I think it would be a really good memento to this time that I've spent. I thought that was really cool. So the next thing after that was Dom. So that was Dom's 4-way match with him, Finn Balor, Penta was in that one, and then Braun Breaker. which I thought that match was complete horseshit. That match was complete horseshit. First of all, and the end of it was the fact that Dom pinned Finn for the win. That's his own person. I get it. It was a free for all, but that's not that respectable. Like, you can't really respect that. I mean, you had Penta and Braun, who were clearly better than them. That also goes into tonight, and same things. It's just bad people winning, left and right. People who cheat, or the distractions and stuff like that. They're not. It's just the typical bad guys, the heels. It's just them winning a lot though. Because, they won, Dom won there, and then Raquel and Liv won their tag team. And I was like, it's kind of ridiculous. I wish it wasn't that way. Because now that whole, who are they called? I don't even remember what they're called. Something dumb. But they now that they all have their things, and I thought Finn was gonna turn on him today, but that didn't happen. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, so I had two of them right here. Yeah, Dom did not deserve the win, which I don't think he did at all. I mean, obviously, I'm sure I'm not the only one who believes that. But if you agree with me, write in the comments, Dom sucks. And then Dom in the lucha mask. I thought that mask was so stupid. If you were going to come out, at least come in with a nicely crafted one. Not something that looks like you just went to some guy who had a sewing machine and you're like, I need a lucha mask in like an hour. And then he put that shit together. That's exactly what that looked like. Also, yeah, okay, so this leads into the Joe Hendry, and it was Joe Hendry and what was his name? Was it Randy Orton? Yeah, Randy Orton. Yeah, because the RKO'd him. I thought that was. I have no idea who Joe Hendry is, but that man, he needs to be around more often, for real. He just needs to like really be around more often. He had the funniest act, and to have that goofy ass smile when you turned around and then gets RKO'd for the Randy for the win. Man, I lost it. I couldn't hold in that laugh. That was too good. Especially like the one tonight. That one was great too. But oh man. Yeah, that one was great. Obviously, we know that Randy Orton won that one. Randy Orton, I think he was a great, I guess, supporting character guy. He really talked him up at the end. But then it's wrestling, so he's like, I gotta put you down though. He had to put him down. I thought it was still great. Picked him up, put him back down. He had to put him back down. What was next? Oh, there was a sign out in the crowd that said "Prime makes me gag," and I was like, I could not agree more. If y'all have ever had Prime, you know exactly what I mean. Yeah, Prime. It sucks. It's hazardous. I feel like that stuff is harmful to people and can probably give you diabetes. And if you consistently drank it for a good maybe 3 years, you'd probably contract a low grade diabetes. I got diabetes running in my family, but I think it's like type something diabetes. I don't know the levels and which way they go. I don't know if they go up or down, but type something diabetes. I just feel like you'd contract it if you drank that stuff contracted. I sound like it's a fucking disease. Is diabetes a disease? I don't know. I don't know. Either way, I feel like it would give you diabetes. Like, the amount of sugars and it's so sour tasting too. I was like, there was one day it was all I had to drink, and I did not drink it. I didn't touch it. I went thirsty. I didn't drink it. I didn't even touch it, dude. I was never. I was like, no. That was probably the second time I even had it around. It was the only thing I had. There was one time when what was it? I got it for free from somebody, but they maybe it was some place I was working at the time. Had them at their office, maybe, and then. But either way, like, I tried it and I was just like, it was super sour. I couldn't do it. Yeah, but Prime, stay away from it. Keep it away from your kids. Keep it away from your coworkers. Keep it away from your friends. Shit, if you see a neighborhood kid riding his bike down the street and he's got a Prime bottle in his hand, you knock that shit right out of his hand. I don't give a fuck what you gotta do. Throw a football at it. That shit's nasty. Next bullet point that I had written down. Lyra Valkyria won last night, right? She brought out Becky Lynch as her partner for this, and they won. They won last night, which was awesome. And I honestly, if y'all would have seen if y'all saw it, awesome, because then you saw the look on Liv's face when she saw Becky Lynch walk out. Thought it was insane to see that look on her face. She was so scared. Oh, yeah, it was awesome to see that shit. But then, damn it, I gotta continue that here in a little bit too, because then it leads into today. I think the next bullet point leads into the end, which I can't believe that last night was as short as it was. I thought last night was supposed to be like the super main event, because it was John Cena's last one, and he was the main event, right? It mainly took a lot of time because John Cena was taking his time. He was kept walking out of the arena, out of the ring and shit. And I was like, what is he doing? He's just killing time. He's just like, just gonna gain my stamina back. Just gonna get out of the ring for a second. I just thought it was ridiculous. And it was what is it, 3.5 hour event, and I was expecting at least a 4-hour event with some crazy shit going on, maybe a little bit of blood, but it was the final show for him. It's supposed to be, at least it's supposed to be his final show. I was expecting some sort of like heavy impact, heavy something. Even the villain's got to have some crazy diabolical master plan. That was anticlimactic. I couldn't imagine being the writers for that. I'd be so irritated if they just said, "Yeah, no, that's good. That's good where it's at." I'd be like, "Dude, there's no fucking ending here. Like, where's I don't even know if we've even hit the climax on it." And they're like, "Yeah, no, we're good right here. That's it." I mean, it said he's got 36 events or 36 days, something like that. I'm assuming that's work days, which I'm assuming is also like nights that he's on the show. And yeah, I just feel like throughout that time he might literally just get up there, talk shit, maybe get his ass whooped for a few seconds, and then be done for the night. And that's what it's going to be for I think he got it down to like 27 days left. When he started counting down the days that he had already been on this season. I was just like, that's kind of ridiculous, but it is what it is. I can't control it. It's all part of their world, wrestling world. It is what it is. I got that strawberry coconut fogger, if anybody really cares. Honestly, I don't even really care anymore to even show off vapes or anything. I mean, I got my actual smoke products, but uh, I'm trying to actually get rid of this out of my days. But that's all I got for yesterday. Leading into today, today was a hell of a time. I wish I took notes, that way I could remember this a little bit better, but I think the hypeness of it all will keep me kind of remembering it, and I think that's going to be a lot better for my memory, because I'll be able to relate it back a little bit better. But so we're going to kind of go down the line of yesterday's notes and then kind of work off of that, talking about stuff that happened to today, and kind of going back on to Io Sky being the winner. Io Sky actually linked up with I don't remember her name, but she was the women's champion of the NXT wrestling organization, I'm assuming, and they were facing off, and they got interrupted by two other ladies that I haven't seen, because I mainly watch Raw. I don't watch the other channels, and I guess I should be, because Jesus Christ, there were so many people I just didn't even know who was who, what is their character. Most of them seemed evil, because Rhea Ripley had to come out and show them what the fuck is up. Cause she came out and they left, they dipped, they didn't want none of that. That was crazy, and yeah, they interrupted that match, and that was actually a really good match too. And I got to say, they were even the announcer said that it was like they interrupted a really good matchup, and I was just like, hell yeah! I was like, they just kept going back and forth, back and forth. It was brutal too. They were actually doing some stuff without like doing anything like too crazy to each other, you know. I thought that I was like, man, like this is really good, and then that girl comes out of nowhere, interrupts the whole thing. And they're like, what the fuck's going on? And even I was like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this? I thought it might have been like Bianca, but I was like, no, Bianca wouldn't come in and interfere with this. The belt's not even up for grabs for this match. So I was like, why would Bianca even come in? So a little lost on that one, but we'll find out where that leads, I guess, in the future. Let's see here. What was it? So, man, what? I think Dom still won today. I believe. Some dumb shit like that, yeah. Yeah, because I was hoping that he'd lose, but he still won. Yeah, because it was a distraction. It was a minor distraction that got him the win. I was dumb, because it was him versus Penta, and it was straight up just them two. Yeah, because they were supposed to... Penta got distracted by somebody, and it was bad. It was really bad. What else happened? Oh, Lyra and Becky refought Liv and Raquel for the belts and lost. They lost. Last night, Becky Lynch actually penned them and won, right? Today, I want to say it was Liv who penned Valkyria, but I can't remember if it was Liv or Raquel. But either way, Valkyria got pinned, and Becky was not happy. She was pissed. She started beating the shit out of Valkyria. She couldn't stop. She's all mad. Oh my god, it was bad. Yeah, I was just like, I couldn't imagine being in that position. Like, you're just getting shit bit out of you, and you're like, why? They had it though, and they should have been able to keep it. I don't understand what happened. I don't understand how they had to lose. I guess we'll go. We saw at the beginning of tonight. That was a big thing at the beginning of tonight. What is I was rubbing my eye on my hat, making sounds and shit. Sounded weird. At the beginning of tonight, John Cena got up there. Yeah, he was talking down the times, right? And at some point, he was just talking shit. And then Randy Orton snuck up behind him, fucking RKO'd his ass right on camera. Right on camera. It was awesome. I really enjoyed that part because I was like, dude, he's coming out RKOing everybody. We got that boy yesterday, Joe Hendry. That shit was funny as hell. That was funny for the win too. That was crazy. Man, dogs walking around. Anyways, but yeah, dude, that shit was crazy. We got that. Oh, the end of this night with we had Seth Rollins up there. He was talking, right? And so he's up there talking with Heyman. Yeah, so he was talking to Heyman, right? And he was my God, it's so hard because it all happened so fast because it was supposed to be over. It was supposed to be over, but it wasn't. And so he was talking to Heyman. They were all talking, yeah, we won, yeah, whatever. And then CM Punk comes out, and he's ready to fight. So him and Seth Rollins start fighting, and CM Punk ends up getting stomped after, I want to say CM Punk was beating the shit out of Rollins, and then he got distracted by Heyman, and then Rollins comes up and slams him and stomps him. So that happens, and then in the middle of all that, then Roman Reigns comes out and starts spearing everybody. That was crazy. And then when he's about to spear, when Roman Reigns is about to spear Heyman, freaking Braun Breaker comes in and spears Roman Reigns, and that was the beginning of it, because then they just start beating Braun Breaker, and Seth Rollins start teaming up on the other guys, and that shit's crazy. That shit's crazy to me. I'm like, yo, what in the hell is going on? Because it was supposed to be over. The producer and director thing rolled after Seth Rollins took down CM Punk. It was supposed to be over, but then Roman Reigns comes running out, and it just kept going. It was crazy, and yeah, oh my God, it was wild. But yeah, that was tonight. That was yesterday. The day before. That was WrestleMania 41, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm really trying to say. That was WrestleMania 41. We got a lot of crazy stuff happen. Jey Uso won. Gunther. Oh, I didn't even talk about that. That's right. That was a big piece. Gunther choked out Pat McAfee. And he had to be taken to the doctor, the training room in the back for the rest of the night. That was gnarly. Because Gunther, I was like, dude, why'd they let that even go on as long as it did? Because that was crazy. They know what Gunther's capable of doing, and they were about to let that shit happen again. Like, I don't understand why security doesn't tighten up on some of these guys. Like, Gunther is ruthless, and either it's all part of the show, or goddamn, like, some of the shit you gotta forewarn some people. You know, that shit's crazy. See all this happening, you know, it's crazy. And it's like, you know, growing up, you know, at some point you were taught that wrestling was fake. Well, nowadays you're an adult and you're like, how much of this is actually fake? You know, the parts of this you're just looking at and like, nope, that motherfucker just got kicked in the face, and like you could see it. Like you saw it even in the replay. You see it happen, and you're like, he just got kicked straight in the jaw. how? It's like how and ow. I just yeah. Some of it's just it's crazy to watch this stuff now. I don't think I can do it anymore. Yeah, no. Did that shit back when I was a kid and no longer. Nope. But yeah, that was my WrestleMania 41 take. Hope everybody who may have gotten injured today does good and comes back for next week on Raw. I will see you guys in the live stream. I believe we're doing Palworld. Yeah, we're gonna try and do Palworld. If the PC does crash, just know we might have to switch up the game, but that's okay. We'll hopefully we can keep Palworld going because I would love to play some Palworld. Anyways, I'll catch you guys here in just a bit. Stay tuned. We got the live coming, playing Palworld. Alright. Y'all take it easy. Hey, press that subscribe button as well. Because, yeah, that's how you get the notifications. I mean, press the subscribe button. And the notification bell? Yeah, the bell button, that thing. That's how you get the notifications. You press that thing, and that'll be awesome. Just do all that for me.